Danger signs when depression becomes a life-threatening threat. Hey there, friends. Welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you're here. If you're new to the channel, I'm your name, and today we're talking about something incredibly important: depression. We all know that mental health is crucial, but depression is one of those issues that, unfortunately, often gets overlooked or misunderstood. And today, I want to focus on something that's really close to my heart. When depression goes from being something we can cope with to something that becomes life-threatening. Now, I know this topic might feel a little heavy, and I want you to know that it's okay to feel that way. It's a tough subject, but it's something that many people go through at different points in their lives. Whether it's you or someone you know, it's really important to spot the danger signs early. This can make all the difference when it comes to getting the right kind of support, and I'm here to help you recognize those signs. So, let's dive in and talk about when depression crosses a line into something dangerous and how we can take action before it's too late. Depression is complex. It's a lot more than just feeling sad or having a bad day. It can affect every part of your life: how you think, how you feel, and how you function in everyday situations. For some people, it can be an ongoing battle, while for others, it can be something that seems to creep up when life gets overwhelming. But here's the thing: when depression becomes life-threatening, it's not just about feeling sad. There are key warning signs that indicate it's reached a point where it could seriously harm someone physically and emotionally. Let's talk about those warning signs. These are the ones that should make you sit up and take notice. So, if you or someone you know is experiencing any of these, please reach out for help. First on the list is intense feelings of hopelessness. This is one of the most common, yet also the most dangerous signs. If you or someone you know starts feeling like there is no way out of their situation, like things are never going to get better, or that life just isn't worth living anymore, that's when we start seeing depression becoming more than just an emotional struggle. Hopelessness can be suffocating. It can make someone feel as though they're stuck in a dark tunnel with no light at the end of it. When hopelessness takes hold, it's not just an emotional response. It starts affecting everything, from the way a person thinks to the way they approach their day-to-day life. They may feel like nothing can help, and worse, they might not believe they deserve help. This is one of the first warning signs that depression is becoming a serious and life-threatening problem. The next danger sign is withdrawal from others. Depression often makes people feel isolated, like they're alone in the world. But when that isolation becomes complete, when someone starts shutting people out, avoiding conversations, or cutting themselves off from family, friends, and social events, that's when we need to step in. If you notice that someone is pulling away from everything they used to enjoy, or if they're retreating into their own world, it's important to check in. Sometimes they might not even want to talk, but just showing that you care, reaching out, and offering support can make all the difference. We're social creatures, and depression can make even the most well-meaning person feel like they don't want to be a burden on others. But if this withdrawal goes on for too long, it can worsen their feelings of loneliness and make depression even harder to overcome. Another red flag is drastic changes in behavior. We're talking about shifts that seem out of character for someone you know. For example, they might sleep all the time, or they might stop sleeping altogether. Eating habits might change too. They could lose their appetite or, on the flip side, start overeating to cope. They might stop taking care of their personal hygiene, or suddenly act in ways that are out of the ordinary. These changes aren't just random. They're often a sign that the depression is overwhelming them. It can also indicate that the person has stopped taking care of themselves because they simply don't have the energy or motivation to do so. If you notice someone struggling with these behaviors, it's important to reach out. Sometimes just acknowledging that you see them struggling can make a huge difference. Perhaps the most alarming sign is when someone starts talking about death or suicide. Now, I know this is a tough one, but it's crucial to take this seriously. When someone starts saying things like, "I don't think I can go on," or "you'd be better off without me," or even talking about not wanting to be alive anymore, those words can be a cry for help, or they could signal that the person is planning something much more dangerous. If you or someone you know starts talking this way, please don't brush it off. It's important to take action immediately, whether it's seeking professional help or just being there for them in the moment. Reaching out could save a life. A subtle but equally important sign is when someone loses hope in the possibility of recovery. They might say things like, "I've tried everything and nothing works." They feel like no matter what they do, whether it's therapy, medication, or self-care, nothing is ever going to help. If you hear this kind of language from someone you love, it's crucial to offer support and encouragement. Sometimes they're just in a place where they feel stuck, and they don't see that there are always options for help. This is a sign that depression has become so overwhelming that they feel as though they can't get out of it. But that's not the case. There's always help available, and a good support system can make all the difference. Lastly, let's talk about sudden calmness after a period of extreme depression. This one can be a bit tricky because when someone who's been visibly upset or withdrawn suddenly appears calm, people often think they're getting better. But this calmness might actually be a sign that they've made a decision to take their life. It's like they've made peace with their emotions, but unfortunately, that peace could be a sign of something much worse. If this happens, don't assume that things are getting better. Sometimes, the calmness comes right before a person takes drastic action. This is why it's so important to be extra vigilant when someone is going through a difficult time. Depression is real, and it's something that affects millions of people around the world. But when it turns life-threatening, it's crucial to act fast. If you notice any of the signs we've talked about today, whether in yourself or someone else, don't wait. Reach out for help, whether it's a professional, a family member, or a close friend. You don't have to go through this alone. And if you're struggling, it's okay to ask for help. There is no shame in it. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, share it with someone who might need it, and don't forget to subscribe to Adzakaprat for more important conversations. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time. Remember, you're not alone, and help is just a call away. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos on mental health and wellness. Take care, and I'll see you soon.